Thank you so much, Mayor Newsom. I want to acknowledge, before we go to our next guest speaker, another mayor that is here from a small town just outside of Assisi called Città di Castello. And Città di Castello is where my friend Stefano here is from. And if you raise your hand, Stefano, in the back, I'm going to embarrass you a little bit. Raise your hand. Stefano is the person that is in charge of, in fact, the artist that has put the lovely frescoes on the Porziuncola. We owe a great debt of gratitude to the Città di Castello for giving us Stefano. And I want to acknowledge also the mayor of Città di Castello, Sindaco Cecchini, who is here in the front next to Archbishop Niederauer. The next person who I want to introduce, of course, needs no introduction. She is the person that has made this little chapel, the Porziuncola, possible. And if you've been with us through this journey of from conception to reality, you know how amazing the adversity that Angela truly faced. My mom, actually, she gets mad when I call her Angela. My mom truly faced when building this. It did start with one person, two people, three people, and then there were those people that came in the very beginning that gave checks to actually make it happen. And I also want to acknowledge a few of those who I will mention later on as well. From a person who has been in political campaigns, you know that the people that have been there for you in the very beginning are very important to you. And it's also, they're people that you never forget, and those people are very special to us, and I'll name them later. But then there is this one person who came up with this idea that even the Franciscans in Assisi thought was crazy. And it took a little bit of convincing there. Actually, it didn't take convincing. They saw that it was happening, and they saw that it was a train that could not be stopped. And if you were with us on that trip where we were measuring the Porziuncola with dental floss, and the Franciscan friars heard about it, perhaps Angela will tell that story, they knew that this was a force that could not be stopped. It was a force that was not just born in the passion of a single person in San Francisco, but as her son, I can truly say a force that was born in the passion of a man who we named this great city after, St. Francis. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you someone who is very special to me and special to this city, and someone who will be responsible for bringing millions and millions of people hope through this little church, Angela Alioto.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It wasn't me, it was San Francesco. Please, thank you, please. You know, seriously, please, thank you very, very much. This little Porziuncola è stata fatta da Francesco. Was done by St. Francis. Make no mistake. I would get up in the morning and I would do things. I had no idea what I was doing, but my mind told me, go measure, go do this, go do that. Francesco loves it. He's been my best friend for 40 years of my life, and quite frankly, I couldn't live without him. This little chapel, I tell Mayor Gavin Newsom, we need to put our little Porziuncola in the crest of San Francisco, because people are going to be saying, I have to go to the Porziuncola in San Francisco. And then they'll say, and I have to see the Golden Gate Bridge while I'm there. The Porziuncola is only phase one of the four-phase project. Next is the upper church. We are going to do the inside with gorgeous frescoes and marble. Let me just say, the marble on the floor of the Porziuncola is done by Maurizio Volpi, the owner of the Marble Caves in Assisi, who is here with us today. Maurizio, where are you? Eccolo, he's over there. Every step of this way, things would happen, and nobody could explain how, but they would just happen. So one day, Maurizio calls me, goes, you're not going to believe it. They just called me, and they want wooden floors instead of the red rose of famous Assisi marble, and they're sending me crates of the red marble. Do you want it for your Porziuncola? I said, I don't know. Let me think about that for a second. Yes, of course I do, Maurizio. Where are you and how do I get it? So, grazie Maurizio. È bellissimo il pavimento. È bellissimo. Ladies and gentlemen, make absolutely no mistake. Make no mistake. This would have never happened without Cardinal William Leveda's love of St. Francis of Assisi and without Archbishop George Niederauer's newfound admiration and love and passion for the patron saint of our city. You know, Archbishop Niederauer is a real intellectual. And so I think he's about had it with my passion for St. Francis of Assisi. So he ends his emails to me, go Francesco. So we've got the right idea now. Go Francesco. I could not have done it without them. They were the only two who didn't say you can't do it. They were the only two, next to Mayor Gavin Newsom. And when Gavin thought I could do it, Gavin knew I was going to do it. He's the one person that never doubts anything I want to do. And I think it's from spending a year on the campaign trail against each other. Really, one time he got up and he was saying something about poor people that I didn't like. And I got up and I said, you know, there's a possibility of going to hell for talking like that about poor people. He was in a state of shock. I sat down. There was water in front of him. I could tell he was nervous. I poured him a glass of water and handed it to him. I think he was shocked because I'd just gotten up and absolutely yelled and screamed at him about poor people. We are all on the same bandwagon about the poor of San Francisco, and Mayor Gavin Newsom has housed 3,632 poor people in the last 2.5 years. No city in the United States of America has done that. No city. We have a lot more to do. Mayor Newsom knows that. We all know that. We all need to help our poor brothers and sisters. If Francesco made one point through the words of our Lord, it is to help your neighbor. When you fed the poor man, you fed me, Jesus Christ. When you gave clothes to the poor man, you gave them to me. And when you gave housing to the poor man, you gave them to me, Jesus Christ. And that's what we have done, Mayor Newsom. We have followed the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, and I feel great about it. Absolutely great about it.